ask a question?
Absolutely.
Why are like Donald and Goofy and Mickey? Why are they here?
They are on their own islands, and they're on their own world. So there's multiple.
Yeah,
different worlds,
every world is not an island. I want to make that clear.
That's why there's so much Disney stuff. Is because the different Disney films are different worlds essentially, and Mickey is like a king of sorts, and a lot of people know him as the king. Even across multiple worlds, they just know Mickey as the king.
Okay.
And he sort of takes it upon himself, and he works with a few others.
Liam, look at screen right now. This is OG KH1.
Oh yeah, this is amazing with all the little shadows like skulking around the floor. But Mickey works with a few others, and he sort of takes it upon himself to find out why the worlds are being destroyed by the Heartless, and that's essentially like the story of KH1.
Dude, you get Ars Arcanum immediately in this game? I wish that's how it was in KH1.
Like, one of the best abilities. That and Sonic Blade, I always used.
Oh yeah, Sonic Blade.
I like the way, I prefer when Cloud uses it, because he goes, oh! It's just really funny.
Yeah, it's always fun fighting Cloud, where it's just a game of how many times is Cloud gonna shout, oh, this time?
Yeah. How many times are you gonna Sonic Blade me before he does that stupid jump attack, which I always counter attack on? You think he'd stop doing it?
Alright, I can play standard mode fine, so I'm just gonna stick on standard mode for now, and maybe we'll go back and try and do some proud levels later when I get more used to the gameplay.
Alright, baby.
I don't know how I feel about what you just said.
I didn't even realize what you said until Chaos got offended, and I was like, oh, she did, yeah, she called him a baby.
I'm skipping ahead. For some reason, they put Olympus Coliseum at the very end of the KH1 world. I guess that makes sense, because you're not able to finish it until the end. Dude, the end of the world is actually in the game.
Oh. Well, the end of the world. Yeah.
As every
there's
good game should have.
there's Castle Oblivion.
The end of the world is the end of KH1.
Twilight Town. Did they really just... Wait a minute, can I just go to the very end? There's all the KH2 worlds. Hollow Bastion. The world that never was.
This menu's kind of fun.
This is really neat. It's a good layout. It's also very it fits basically every other Kingdom Hearts game. It especially fits Birth by Sleep. It looks a lot like Birth by Sleep's layout, but it fits all of the other worlds except for I think KH3 is the only one that doesn't have a layout like this, because they went all out on Gummi Ship stuff on that. Oh, this splits the games right here. If you go to the left, you go to Birth by Sleep. If you go to the right, I think it's Dream Drop Distance? Yeah, this is Dream Drop Distance. Oh, and then they reunite back up here for KH3, I assume? Is this 3? Yeah, it's Toy Story. This is KH3. Yeah. Can you see the entirety? That's got to be the Keyblade Graveyard. No, it's not the Keyblade Graveyard. That's the sky area that Sora goes to at the end of KH3. That's the graveyard. Yeah, there's the graveyard. Oh, that's so cool that you can just go through the entire overworld at the very start to look at everything.
Well, I would hope they do that, because you'd have to be... I doubt this is anyone's first Kingdom Hearts game apart from Lauren. Like, if you buy this game and you play this game, it's not going to be your first Kingdom Hearts game. You're going to know the worlds, so you don't have anything to keep secret.
What if someone was like, they've been missing out on KH their entire life, but they live and breathe like Guitar Hero and Hatsune Miku or whatever, and then they're like, maybe this is my chance to get into the Kingdom Hearts franchise because it's a rhythm game.
I doubt they would care too much about the story if they're only into rhythm games.
Nah, nah. Come on.
If they're only into rhythm games, they probably have poor taste already, so the story probably doesn't matter much.
Wow.
You can't just call people out like that. Oh, here we go. Lauren, I don't know if you'll get to see it, but you can see like the tornado and everything going wrong here. There's a giant orb of darkness in the sky that's yanking everything up.
Yeah, so you know the tornado and the storm that's in Life is Strange episode, like the first one, that sort of comes to this island first, and Max isn't there to save the day.
Oh no.
I haven't watched Life is Strange. This means nothing to me.
Hey.
Listen, man, I'm busy rewatching the 100 so that I can watch the last season with a fresh mind. I don't got time for anything else.
I used to love the 100, and then it really dropped off for me hard.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because it's one of the only shows I've ever watched that I feel like it stays fairly... I'm not saying it's always top bill. It's had problems, but it's pretty consistently always...
I think I watched the first 2 seasons, like, religiously. I don't remember a lot about it, because it was on quite a while ago here. Like, I'm talking when it was on TV here. I mean, it was probably about 5 years ago now. But I remember enjoying it.
It's very, very good, and I don't know if it's only on American Netflix, but it's all on Netflix. So.
Have you ever played? You said you haven't played Life is Strange. Have you ever played any of those kinds of games?
I thought Life is Strange was a Netflix series. What are we talking about?
No.
It kind of is.
It's White Girl the video game.
What?
Yeah.
It's White Girl the video game.
The first Life is Strange absolutely is just
I don't know what that means, Liam.
quirky white girl, the video game.
It's like, hey, I take Polaroid photos because I'm so quirky, and I say
it's like a bad rom-com.
Not a rom-com.
I am so confused. What are we now? I feel like Lauren when this stream started.
I've never heard Life is Strange. Someone go, oh yes, it's like a rom-com.
Dude, sometimes they make you press triangle and L1 and R1 at the same time.
You gotta be like an octopus to play this game.
Dude, this is like not a rhythm game. This is some kind of other monstrosity.
It's a finger breaker. No, Life is Strange is like Telltale: The Walking Dead. It's that kind of game.
Oh, I know what Telltale is. Yeah, I know what Telltale is.
It's an interactive story game. It's not like a rom-com series on Netflix.
No, dude, the only, there was a really bad, and like, I don't even remember what it's called, but the only time I played any kind of like visual novel-esque story thing, or anything like that, is there was like a really bad, like, awful dating sim that was like $2 on Steam that was, it was made for like either people who want to laugh at something bad or people who are just, you know, pardon my French, too horny. So me, Michael, and Sly all played it together in call once, and it was terrible.
Oh, nice.
What was it?
I don't remember what it was called. It was awful though.
Oh, that's so
I was gonna say, if you play one of the Telltale games like Walking Dead or anything,
quite.
Consumed Destiny
Oh, I
Islands.
can't see when you're in cuts.
As Riku disappeared into the darkness, my heart managed to escape to safety inside Sora. The darkness overwhelmed Sora, and he awoke in an unfamiliar town.
We forgot about the part where when the darkness consumes everything, Kairi, the female of that trio of Riku, Sora, and Kairi, she, like, her heart is about to get, like, stolen because she's one of the 7 pure hearts of light, one of the 7 princesses of light. And so to protect her heart, she literally puts it inside Sora, which she can do.
Okay, why can she do that?
Because she's a princess of heart, presumably.
Oh, right, okay, I get it.
Let's put in that word in there, presumably. They never explain.
Dude, it's so, like, Kingdom Hearts has a good OST, like, all around. I can't remember, really, I'm sure there's 1 or 2, but I can't remember any OST that I'm just like, this sucks. But I just want to, like, get to Vector of the Heavens immediately and start crying. Both because of it being hard and because of what the song means.
Yeah. But as I was saying, if you play any game like Life is Strange or Walking Dead, I feel like that would be a fun one to co-commentate with you as well.
If I ever do something like that, I'll definitely hit you up. Liam, I wasn't aware that you were like, oh, dude, you know what I want to do with my life? I want to commentate stuff with Chaos. I would have, like, jumped on this way sooner.
I spoke about this several times because, as you know, I doubt many others know, I've streamed and made a lot of YouTube content and stuff, but I really got bored of it quickly because I just don't like playing games by myself or doing commentary by myself. I much prefer doing with someone else, even if it's just like...
Yeah, who does that? That's such a stupid thing.
Even if it's just a single-player game, I would prefer to commentate with 2 people.
I feel that. When I first started YouTube, I had, it was me, Jet, and 2 other friends that we're no longer friends with, really. Well, at least I'm no longer friends with. What do I keep pressing triangle wrong for some reason. What am I doing there? I played Kingdom Hearts 2. I should be a master at pressing triangle. But,
triangle to win.
Exactly. But, I blame the new DualSense controller. I'm not used to it yet, but it is nice.
It's huge.
But anyways, when I was, back first doing YouTube and stuff, that's what I wanted to do with, like, my early Kingdom Hearts playthroughs, was, like, get some of those friends to be like, hey, you just want to, like, what are you doing for the next hour? You just want to, like, watch me play Kingdom Hearts and commentate it with me, and I'll upload it? So I totally feel what you're saying. Dude, the triangle prompts in this game make no sense to me. I keep thinking I timed them perfectly, but then they're always wrong.
It looks like it works the same way as the circle one, to be honest.
I know, but it like doesn't work.
I think it doesn't work as well because a triangle like centering on a target just isn't visually appealing because it's not a circle. A circle is a target.
You actually sound like you helped develop this game right now.
I mean, that's just in my head. Like, if you play any other game and it's like, oh, hit circle when the circle is within the circle, that makes sense. No one ever does it as a triangle.
You know, you're kind of making sense right now.
Yeah, I
do
don't
that
like it.
sometimes.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
okay.
Can you just leave Discord?
You're right. I'll come back later with the funnies. Oh, you done a
But anyways,
Thundaga.
Liam, dude, I'm like, now is the worst time to bring it up because, like, I'm playing this Miles Morales and then also, Age of Calamity comes out in, like, 6 days. But I'm definitely always interested in, having people join me for playthroughs and stuff just to make it more appealing because it's more fun for me, too, a lot of the times. There are definitely some playthroughs where I'm like, nah, it needs to be me, but
Yeah.
there are plenty that I would be down to have you or other people join even. I don't want to make it sound like it's a Liam-only thing, because I always want to try and get Sly and RTK and Michael to do stuff with me, but whenever we do stuff like that, it's always more like we need to find a game we're all playing kind of deal, you know what I mean?
I'm perfectly content just sitting back and, watching the game, talking rubbish, making silly little jokes.
Liam, I don't know what it is, but you saying something that was obviously, like, I should have known, I'm now nailing all of the triangle prompts.
There you go. It's just like, it's a little target thing. It just doesn't make sense in your head, but
I think that was
that's
my
what it
best.
is.
I think that was my best run of the game. What I did right there.
Nailed it.
Are you a
I-
best for this game?
I'm a life coach, but only for Kingdom
Oh
Hearts.
wow! I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would hire you to coach my life.
That's probably smart. It's all a pyramid scheme anyway.
That's fair.
A+! Wow!
A plus. No, why is there an A plus in the game? I know there's an S in the game. Just make it be an S.
Is there an S in the game? That's so awkward.
I'm pretty sure the first level that I did as a beginner, I got S on, so I'm pretty sure there's an S.
That's so awkward. So,
Hit all star targets with a rating of excellent. What is a star target?
wait, but you lost one as well, didn't you? You got a C, so is C the lowest?
No, I got a D earlier.
Ah,
I got
So
I
D
got a
must be.
first full chain, whatever that means.
D's probably the lowest. So it goes D to S, but it includes A+. Why does Kingdom Hearts just have to do everything weird? Why can't it just be a game?
Dude, man, I don't know, because what you just said, I feel it on some level where I'm like, I do wish it was a little more, like, it followed a bit more of, like, the standard norms of, like, video games sometimes, but also I'm like, sometimes it's, like, part of its charm, that it's so incredibly strange compared to, like, every other video game franchise that it exists.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some method to the madness in which, like you said, there's some charm in the fact of you can play this game and you can say that didn't make sense, but I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. If I ever just go completely silent, it's because I'm...
No, you're going.
This is why, Liam, when you said, like, because we were playing Among Us and you were like, what was it? You said, like, why don't you ever invite me to just your normal streams? I'm pretty sure mostly as a joke at the time. But I was like, you want to play Birth by Sleep with me? And you were like, yeah, dude. I'm like, yo, wait a second. Because that was also me joking, but then I was like, hold up. I'm about to be playing a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. It'd be so good to have someone else there to talk when I have to be silent.
When you actually have to pay attention to it, yeah. Someone asked, does Chaos play mobile or mobile?
No,
I assume.
I don't play mobile games.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I look up the wiki synopsises of the Kingdom Hearts mobile game. By the way, Lauren, in this game franchise, there are 2, maybe 3 mobile games now. They're all canon to the main story. Like, you
funny.
have to.
Oh, you have to.
You will not understand. First of all, you'll never understand the story fully. People can understand Kingdom Hearts up to a capacity of about 95%.
Okay.
That's the person who is like the most knowledgeable of Kingdom Hearts will only ever understand that much.
What percent do you think you're at?
80, 85.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not 80, 85. I'm definitely much lower on that one. I'm one of the ones that's like, I didn't understand that, and I don't care because I enjoy the game.
That's
one of mine.
totally fair to be one of those people.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of the story I do understand, but I really enjoy the characters, I enjoy the gameplay, I like the world, and I like the charm of the game and how it looks. So if I don't understand everything about the story, it doesn't.
Kingdom Hearts is
detract
definitely
too
a
much away from it.
franchise, especially if you only want to play like the main lines, like if you just want to play like KH1, 2, and 3. It's definitely a franchise where if you're a person who's just like, I don't really care about the story and all that stuff, you can just pick it up and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they also do really well at like linking. Well, they retcon stuff a lot, but they, you know, that's Nomura for you. But they do really well at like having an overall story for people like me who are like, man, I really want to know all of the going-ons and how everything links together, etc. Full chain means I hit all the targets. But anyways, yeah, there are I think now 3 mobile games where they actually have story elements that are relevant to the overarching story. And I'm pretty sure 2 of those mobile games were Japanese only. So you gotta like...
They said, how do we make this game the least accessible at all, ever?
Well, actually, the thing is, other than those 2 mobile games, Kingdom Hearts is like the most accessible franchise in history. They've released multiple collections. Normally, I don't remember if the collections ever got to Xbox, but normally for PlayStation 4. But they took like the cutscenes of the DS games, they remastered 3 PS2 games and 1 PSP game, and a 3DS game. They took the cutscenes of one of the mobile games, put them all onto one $60 package. That last time I saw it on sale was like $20. So
They put them on the Xbox.
They did put them on the Xbox. So on Xbox or PlayStation, you can play or at least watch the cutscenes of almost every single game in the franchise.
Life's good, Zazu. Thank you for asking me. Zazu asked how's life going for me.
You know, that's one of the things that Kingdom Hearts does phenomenally well, is trying their best to make it where you can get all of the content. Other than those, like, 2 Japanese-only games. But maybe one...
You can get all of the content, you're just not gonna understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I throw another funny into the mobile game scenario?
You know what? I'll allow it.
The first one came out before smartphones.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure it came out before iPhone, before there was like the App Store.
Was it like on? Was it on a BlackBerry?
The first Recoded was like before there was an App Store.
Oh, Recoded was originally a mobile game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was originally a mobile game.
That mobile game they actually made into a DS game for it.
But it came out on the mobile before there was a iPhone App Store and stuff like that.
Chaos can't play any mobile games because he doesn't have a phone.
I don't even know how you were supposed to download.
I won't allow that lie to go through, because multiple times when waiting for RTK, Sly, or Michael to get into a Discord call, I will call them and leave them a voicemail if they don't answer.
You have Michael's phone number?
Yeah.
Wow.
We all went to a convention together. We had to have each other's phone numbers for, you know.
Oh,
that way when RTK got lost, we didn't have to go and like ask the PA system to like call like, RTK, your parents are waiting for you. Can you please?
Your 2 dads are here waiting for you.
Okay, we got too funny there. We have to dial back the funny because it made me miss the line.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
You went to I heard that you guys went to a wedding together, RTK's, right?
Yeah, RTK's wedding, me, Sly, Michael, and obviously RTK, believe it or not, went to his own wedding.
He did? That's kind of
crazy, I know.
That's
but
weird.
I was the best man, actually. Do you guys know the chair story?
No.
I heard something about it, but I didn't actually hear the story.
I don't know it.
Wait a minute, I want to read this in chat real quick. Up to this day,
And I
I'm
guess we'll
fascinated
never
about
know
Chain of
it.
Memories development. Barely any games get remakes going from full 2D to 3D. And Chain of Memories is one of those few. That's true, the GBA Chain of Memories is 2D, isn't it? It's a full 3D, like, playable game.
Yeah, the original
When they remade it
chain,
for PlayStation 2.
The original Chain of Memories was like a side-scroller.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was just like a side-scroller that had like your deck of cards in like the bottom corner, and that was it.
I'm pretty sure I played the GBA version like once for an hour or 2 on an emulator, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go play the PS2 version.
It was very difficult. Like, it was made more difficult for the system that it was on. It wasn't like that was part of what made it hard on the GBA was because it was on the GBA.
I might be getting a
Having been
cutscene.
chosen by the Keyblade, Sora teamed up with Donald and Goofy. The trio traveled together through many worlds, locking the world's keyholes in order to keep them safe from the encroaching darkness. Meanwhile, Riku awoke in the dark depths,